It's the WNBA on 2K Sports. Welcome in, everybody. And tonight we'll see the Golden State Valkyries as they go up against the Minnesota Lynx. Here with Tim Swartz and Brian Banafitemi, I'm Blake Suniga, and it's good to have you with us.
This is my kind of basketball, fellas. Both of these teams make their mark on the defensive end of the floor.
The game is played at both ends, and great scoring will only get you so far. These teams have a firm understanding of that.
And for teams that are committed to winning, it's understood that locking in on defense will be part of what separates them.
Here we go.
And so off the tip, it's Golden State. Outside Hayes. Pass to Fagbenle. Over Shepherd. Fagbenle can't hit.
A real defensive lapse there. She's not a player you can leave open for a jump shot. They're lucky she didn't punish him there.
It's Burton. Pass to Fagbenle. To the inside. Shot clock at 5. Outside Hayes. Shoots it up. Shepherd pulls it in.
Very close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Not a great habit to get into, letting her get that wide open.
Now here is Queen. Visa Collier for 3. Tipped away. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Valkyries. And now just over a minute played here in the first. Outside Hayes. Burton. Picked by Fagbenle. Inside. Great pass to set up the land.
Give an assist there, not for a pass, but for the solid screen set on the inside that freed her up and really just made that layup possible.
Well, this is the first season of Valkyries basketball, so what's a realistic goal for this team?
Well, to me, Blake, it's about getting a solid base, an identity, a fan base, develop players, and you can't worry too much about wins and losses as an expansion team.
Pass to Collier. Heidemann. No good on the 3. Now about 2 minutes gone by in the first quarter. And here's Burton. Six to shoot. Hayes. Buries the long-range jumper.
Getting great lift on her shot. Hayes can really drain him from 3.
Here's Queen. First quarter ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. To the middle. Here's Collier. Pass to Heidemann. Screen by Smith. Now Queen. Gets a three-pointer to fall.
The first bucket for this offense, just 1 of 4 to start the game.
The Valkyries leading. To the paint. Shepherd pulls it in.
Terrific job defending the basket that time. It's not an easy task stopping her when she's headed to the rim.
Collier up top. And the rebound goes to the Valkyries. Pass to Burton. Back to Thornton. Burton. 5 on the clock. Kick by Fagbenle.
He brings it in as the shot clock ticks down.
Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. Pass to Shepard.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
Collier outside. Just 5 to shoot. Takes it out to Smith. The 3. And it's Billings with the rebound. And it's the Valkyries' ball. Here's Hayes. No good with the layup. Pass to Shepard. Yes, and it's Nafisa Collier picking up the assist.
Showing off the muscle on that contact finish. Please tell me you didn't think a little contact would disrupt Shepard.
And here's Burton. She hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Down low. And stolen by Shepard. Now Burton. To the middle. Here's Fagbenle. It's in. That's her 3rd field goal of the game. She's 3 for 5.
You know, she's having a nice quarter, scoring with confidence.
The Lynx trailing. Now Queen. Collier outside. Clock at 6. Pass to Smith. And it's blocked. And they'll turn it over. Couldn't get a shot off. That's a 24-second violation.
Kayla McBride. Courtney Williams.
And so it's Golden State with it.
Yeah, 4-point game.
And the main role of Monique Billings on this team is to rebound.
When you look at the advanced numbers for basketball nerds like me, rebounding percentage specifically, Monique Billings is one of the best in league history. She's created some good opportunities for herself and made the most of them.
To the paint. Here's Smith. An easy 2 points on the layup.
An intimidating interior presence. Smith uses her toughness to get her way down low.
It's Burton. No scoring yet from her, but that's likely to change. To the inside.
Fagbenle inside.
Covered by Smith. Pass to Burton. The 3 is up. It's hauled in by the Lynx. Here's McBride. Using the post moves to get the 2 points.
The catalyst of the team, McBride is depended on for buckets, and I'll tell you, she usually delivers.
And it's the Valkyries' ball. Inside. Here's Fagbenle. Lays it up and banks it in.
Another good pass, impressive offensive execution from them.
Yeah, passing has kept the defense off balance. 4 straight field goals made off an assist.
Williams with it. Pass to Smith. Now here's Collier.
She's guarded by Billings.
6 on the shot clock. Here's Collier.
Shot blocked!
Outside Hayes. And stolen by Smith. And the Lynx pushing it up now. Now here's Williams. Shot from free throw range. Fagbenle with the rebound. And here's Burton. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. Pass to Fagbenle. Thornton. McBride covering. Clock is at 3. Tiffany Hayes for 3.
It's hauled in by Smith.
Yeah, she's been off her game this quarter. Just hasn't been able to get a whole lot to go down.
And the Lynx miss again.
Even against defense as tight as that, you expect her to bury those shots.
I don't know. The defender was on her like glue. It would have been quite a bucket, even though we've seen her hit those in the past.
It's Burton, covered by Collier.
To the inside. Here's Fagenle. It's in. Basket number 6 for her thus far. She has missed only 2 shots from the floor.
As hot as she's been this quarter, the game plan should be simple. Get her the ball and get out of the way.
Now here's Collier. It's stolen by Fagenle.
Now here is Hayes. She's guarded closely. Fagenle. Pass to Thornton. And she lobs up toward the rim. Here's Queen. And she's good on the 3 ball.
Sometimes you don't like to see players pull up from three-point range on the break, but for her, with no one on her, it's a very good shot.
Now here's Fagenle. Alana Smith with the defensive effort.
Here's Collier. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Great handle splashed by Collier. You love having a wing like her on your team.
Now Burton. Quiet so far offensively, searching for her first points of the game. Fagenle. And the Lynx pushing it up now. Pass to Queen. Back to Williams. Collier. Williams sets the screen. Here's Queen. Shoots the 3. Burton with the rebound.
Now here's Fagenle.
Got it off in time, but it's no good. And at the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Valkyries ahead, leading by a point. And don't go away, as we'll be back with the action for the start of the second quarter in just a bit. And the second quarter getting underway. No team gaining an edge so far.
And looking at what we've seen from the Valkyries, what do you guys think?
Not much room to operate on this one. A very tough D through 1.
You know, they haven't given up a lot of easy chances at all.
Now here's McBride. To the middle. Collier. So they take the lead.
A do-it-all player. I mean, inside, outside. Collier can score from anywhere on the floor.
Pass to Sandalacini.
Covered by Collier.
The fadeaway. It's hauled in by Williams.
He did the right thing to try the fadeaway with the D all over her, but a hard one to sink.
This one for 3. Nothing that time. She's 0 for 2.
Well, with a clear look at the basket, she doesn't really miss a lot of those.
Here in the second quarter with a little over a minute to play. 5 to shoot. Puts up a 3. And Collier pulls it down. The Lynx with the lead. Shoots a fader. That one, no good.
She should save the fadeaway for when there's a defender on her.
Pass to Sandalacini.
Excellent D there from Carrington.
So the Lynx now. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter. Williams, guarded by Charles. Here's Carrington. And And the Lynx miss again.
You can tell she thought that triple was going to fall.
She's just shaking her head after that miss.
Way to work the ball in close to the hoop.
Kyla Charles.
So the Lynx now. They trail by 1. Right outside. Carrington outside. Williams. No good from outside. Now here's Charles. Covered by Carrington. It's McBride with the foul. That is her first foul of the game. So both teams changing it up here. Here in quarter 2, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Here's Zondelassini. For 3, Tiffany Hayes. The shot that time not on target. Queen. She's guarded by Hayes.
How about the smaller player eating some glass?
Not enough bodies on the glass right there, and they paid for it.
And it'll happen again and again if they don't put more effort into boxing out.
And that's what it's all about, Brian. Rebound, effort.
Now here's Billings. She's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. The three-pointer is on target.
Perfect screen there. Set her up with a terrific look.
Yeah, but that's a bad job by the defender to not fight through that screen to contest.
You want to see more effort there.
Williams with it. She's guarded by Hayes. Fades away. The rebound by Rupert. The Valkyries leading. Pass to Burton. Now Billings. Covered by Collier. So the whistle blows on the shot. 2 free throws for the contact there. It's going to be on Nafisa Collier.
At the line for the Valkyries, Monique Billings. 2 shots.
The first one falls. She hits both from the stripe. Here's Queen. She's got 8. And they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off. They got to score.
Pass to Williams. And here's McBride. Shot clock at 2. Tiffany Hayes grabs the miss.
The defender did a great job contesting that shot right there.
Burton. Back to Hayes. Here's Fagbenle, covered by Collier. A nice shot by Fagbenle.
Easiest way to do it sometimes is with the bounce pass.
Minnesota trailing.
Well, after retiring in 2023, Tiffany Hayes joined the Aces mid-season last year.
Yeah, good thing she came back, right? Ended up winning 6th Player of the Year, proving she's still a dynamic scorer.
Now here's Collier. Fast break. Here's the Valkyries. Here's Hayes. It's through for her second basket. She's now 2 for 6.
It seems that every pass they make is leading to a score here. Just phenomenal ball movement.
Everyone's looking for the best shot, and it's paid off during this run.
Here's Collier. Yes. And it's Courtney Williams with the assist that time.
Uses mobility on the drive and muscle on the finish. What an effort from Collier.
Hayes with it. He has 5. Oh, and it's blocked by Alana Smith. Here's Queen. Here's Smith. Burton with the rebound. Pass to Hayes. Down low. Billings. Right side, Hayes. Shot clock at 6. Over to the left wing. Here's the 3. And Queen pulls it down. And here's Collier. She's got 6. Tries from the block. And the rebound goes to the Valkyries. Now Burton. Pass to Hayes. Solid play on the low block, and that one's good.
The combination of touch and hops. Hayes has got both, and it makes her a threat down low.
Now here is Queen. She's got 8. Minnesota calls a timeout.
Ooh, clearly in a lot of pain. They're going to call a timeout so the trainer can take a look at her.
Teams deciding to change it up. Pass to Carrington. Queen. Shoots. Burton with the rebound.
Well, after hitting those 2-3 balls in the first quarter, it looks like she's cooled down a bit here in the second.
And here's Kayla Thornton from the arc. Comes out of the gate empty. Here's Heidemann. Looking for her first basket still in this one. Sinks the three-pointer.
She's picking up where she left off in the first quarter, from downtown at least.
Golden State leading. Outside Hayes. And here's Burton. And it's going to be a 3-second call. And here's the upcoming schedule for the Minnesota Lynx. On Sunday, they'll host the Chicago Sky. And then on Wednesday, they'll start out on the road in Phoenix against the Mercury.
And for their matchup with the Sky, it's going to be an all-out battle. And you just hope they're rested and able to execute their game plan, as it's going to be a challenge.
Oh, it's going to be a challenge, all right. But it's a challenge I think this team is up for.
Now here's Carrington. Back to Smith. Pass to Shepard. It's stolen by Fagbenle. Outside Hayes. Now Burton. Picked by Fagbenle. Just 4 to shoot. Back to Hayes. It's hauled in by Smith.
You know, it might be a poor shooting performance for her, but luckily her teammates have picked up the slack.
Pass to Heidemann. Now here is Queen. from deep. 4 for 9 from the floor with that miss. It's Burton. Now Hayes. Back Benley. She's guarded by Shepard. 8 feet out. Back Benley can't hit. Minnesota trailing. Here's Queen. Offline with the 3.
Yeah, the great shooters, they know when they've got enough opening to go through the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice there.
Yeah, not very good defensive coverage that time. The team got lucky. Well, probably the right play defensively. If you can't get the block, send them to the line.
Exactly. You want to prevent the layup, give them a little knock, and then maybe they'll think twice about coming down the lane the next time around.
It does send a message.
The first free throw is good. And good on both.
Another trip to the stripe for them, and a little bit of a different feel here in the second quarter, a little more banging.
And that's serving them well, seeking out contact and putting pressure on the defense.
Now here's Shepard. Smith. She's guarded by Billings. Hits it and gets hacked. That's a three-point play opportunity.
Strong finish by Smith. Didn't let the defense get to her.
Shooting 1.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
The prototypical big for today's game. Smith can beat you inside and outside.
To the paint. Got a piece of it. And that'll be Golden State's ball as it goes out of bounds. Valkyries able to keep possession.
She had no choice but to lunge for that pass to make sure it didn't get through.
Yeah, and that was important because probably would have been a quick 2 points if she doesn't knock it out of bounds. So I love that effort level.
And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. Valkyries ahead. They're up by 4. And we'll see you right after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter. Start of the third quarter here after a closely contested first half. And you have to like what Fagmenley has been able to do in this game.
Sheer dominance in the post by her so far, just tearing them to shreds when she gets the ball inside.
And getting it to her is the only hard part because once she's got the rock, she's automatic.
Queen with the ball. Pass to Shepard. Collier. Over Thornton. Collier. That's good.
Yeah, when the piece of Collier, a player that chips in everywhere, including the mid-range.
And so it's Golden State with it. The lead is 2. And here's Burton. Here's Fagbenley. She's guarded by Shepard.
A nice shot by Benley.
That's what the fake's there for. Get your defender off her feet and drive right around her.
And how about the journey of Temi Fagbenle, who was out of the WNBA from 2019 to 2023?
Played in Europe for those years, winning titles in 3 countries, Spain, Italy, and England. Came back to the United States with the Fever in 2024 and was selected by Golden State in the expansion draft. When you pair Shepherd's length with her effort level, you end up with offensive rebounds like that.
Pass to Thornton. Back to Hayes.
Just 5 on the clock.
Fagbenle. Shepherd pulls it in.
He only got a finger to that shot in the block attempt.
It was just as effective as a block. Made her completely change her release point and caused the miss.
So she gets the whistle. Contact on the way up. 2 shots. Next.
Now a decade in this league, Kayla Thornton gives this team experience.
Flexibility, too. I mean, she's had different roles in the W from starter to bench scorer. But Thornton is a great example for younger players that your game and your role can consistently evolve.
And she can't get the first one.
Well, Kayla Thornton loves these freebies, and she's able to contribute a lot for her team.
She's off on the second. Now here's Shepherd. Pass to Heidemann. Now here's Shepherd. She's covered by Fagbenle. Here's Queen.
Good on the 3-point shot.
Well, you got to give it to Shepherd. She keeps her eyes up and her options open.
Now Hayes. She's got 7. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Queen with the ball. Guarded now by Hayes. Pass to Smith. And she gets the bucket.
Some slippage defensively here in the second half. I'm not sure if their legs are going or what, but they're giving up some easy ones.
And here's Hayes.
To halt the run.
It's blocked. Now here's Shepherd. Defense is right there. Shot's good by Smith.
Close D not affecting Smith. Still nails the jumper.
Time called here. The Valkyries deciding to talk it over. Golden State trailing here. To the inside. They need this. Fagbenle can't hit.
They start the second half 1 for 4.
Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Pass to Queen. The 3 ball. Billings with the rebound. It's Burton. Now Hayes. 6 to shoot. And again, Golden State no good.
And offensively, 1 for 5. A slow start here in the second half.
Here's Heidemann. Valkyries with the rebound. Pass to Burton. Hayes, covered by Collier. Now here is Thornton. And again, Golden State no good. Smith outside. Now Heidemann. She's guarded by Hayes.
Here's Smith.
Here's Queen. Good on the triple.
She's really picking up where she left off in the first half.
And here's Burton. Man, they've been looking at a sink offensively.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Timeout called here by the Valkyries. On defense, the Lynx. Thornton, covered by Collier. Pass to Hayes. Now Burton. Shot clock at 3. To end the run. And again, Golden State no good.
Not a big margin for them in terms of rebounding, but it's enough to get the job done.
Just one more advantage in the stat column, but it's translated to this lead.
Hayes. Pass to Burton. Baseline J on the way. Yes, and a nice assist from Tiffany Hayes.
Perfect screen there. Set her up with a terrific look.
Yeah, but that's a bad job by the defender to not fight through that screen to contest.
You want to see more effort there.
And here's Heidemann. Now here is Queen. The shot. Fagbenle with the rebound. Pass to Burton. Thornton outside. It's Burton. On the wing, Fagbenle. Thornton. And here's Burton. Jacks up a 3. It's not going to go for her. The Lynx with the lead. To the left wing. Here's Heidemann. That 3 off the mark. Here's the Valkyries with the ball. Pass to Burton. And here's Fagbenle, covered by Smith. It's hauled in by Smith.
She's a very strong finisher, guys. I'm surprised that she wasn't able to power that through the defense.
Shepard. Monique Billings with some nice D. And they could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Yeah, too many empty possessions. It's simple. They need points.
Pass to Thornton. Lets it go from deep. Kept alive. And there's the bucket. Staying with it that time, and offensive glass getting it done.
Perseverance, it always pays off on the offensive glass.
Now here is Queen. Shepard. She's covered by Fagbenle. Here's Shepard. Their offense stone cold. Another miss there. Pass to Hayes. Back to Thornton. And here's Burton. Picked by Fagbenle. Back to Thornton. For three, Tiffany Hayes. She can't get that one.
She just hasn't looked right. She hasn't. And something is off with her mechanics, I think.
Down low. Here's Shepard. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
With the perfect physical frame for interior scoring, Shepard can sure do some damage down low.
Golden State trailing here. Deflects the pass. And stolen by Shepard. Queen with the ball. She's got 17. Pass to Heidemann. Collier. And they call an illegal screen here.
Very close call there on the illegal screen.
I'd go along with it. You know, to me, it didn't really look like her feet were set.
Now here is Hayes. 7 points in the game. Thornton outside. And again, Golden State no good. So the Lynx now. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half. Pass to Queen. The three-pointer off the mark. Here's the Valkyries with the ball. 6-point game. Back to Hayes. Inside. Here's Rupert. Here's Zandalasini. Hayes. She's guarded by Williams. Now Thornton. 6 on the shot clock. Takes the three. Drains the three-pointer.
Most jump shooters prefer to shoot off the pass, not the dribble. Thornton, no different.
Here's Williams. Now Queen. 17 points in the game. And it's off from three-point range. It's still anybody's game as we reach the end of 3. The Lynx on top, up 3. And coming up as soon as we return from the break, the fourth quarter gets underway. Okay, fourth quarter of action getting underway. We've had a great one with both sides coming to play so far. Pass to Rupert. To the middle, Burton. And here's Zandalasini. Now Rupert to tie it up. And it's Collier with the rebound. Outside Williams. Pass to Carrington. Collier. Here's McBride. Yes, and it's Nafisa Collier with the assist that time.
Defensively, they're on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
And if they don't start showing some aggression, things are just going to get worse.
And so it's Golden State with it. Now Zandalacini. Poked away. And that's out of bounds. Golden State retaining possession. Clock at 6. Pass to Rupert. Fires the three. Valkyries with another miss.
Personally, I am shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. He makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Now here's Collier. Not a lot of room. The kick out to McBride. Here's the pick. Down low. And the layup's good off the glass.
Outstanding entry pass. He knew exactly where to go with that ball.
Some tough offensive sets, and they really want to turn it around.
They got to lock in and need a basket just to regain some momentum.
Pass to Burton. Here's Rupert. And again, Golden State no good. The Lynx with the lead. From past the arc, and the basket by Carrington.
And it's pretty hard not to notice the difference in the passing of these two teams today.
Yeah, I mean, when you look at the stats monitor, there's a stark discrepancy. When you look at the assist column, and you see that difference as far as fluidity in their respective offenses, too.
A touch under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Back then lay high post.
First personal foul. First team foul. At the line for the Valkyries, Temi Fagbenle. 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw, no good. Good on the second free throw. One item that stood out is their ball movement.
Things are definitely clicking, and more importantly, it's tough to defend.
Courtney Williams for 3. And the Lynx, another 3.
And they are just killing them with the three-point shot here in the second half.
Yeah, and the defense knows it. They are fully stretched out there trying to stop the three and still haven't been able to do it.
I don't know defensively what they can do different at this point.
Back then, way inside. Foul called that time on the way up. And that'll give her 2 chances at the 3-second
Team foul. At the line for the Valkyries, Temi Fagbenle.
Shoot 2.
First free throw is good. He hits one and then misses the second attempt from the line. Inside, Collier gets the bucket.
They've been very sound offensively in the second half.
And there's really no comparison between the teams in terms of the way they've both shot the ball since the break.
And you kind of wonder what was one team talking about in the locker room and what was the other.
It's Burton. She's guarded by Williams. Back Benley. And a foul called on the shot. Got her on the way up that time, so she'll shoot 2.
Team foul. At the line for the Valkyries, Temi Fagbenle. 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
knocks down the first one. And she makes both free throws.
You know, she's really getting after it in the second half, drawing a bunch of fouls.
Pass to Queen. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. The shot will not fall. And here's Golden State. Now Fagbenle. Here's Hayes. Looking to get it going. Here's Billings. Yes, and a nice assist from Tiffany Hayes.
Check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates on the same page.
Pass to Queen. Back to Williams. The three. And the rebound goes to the Valkyries.
Well, despite her ineffectiveness, the team has found other scoring options.
And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. That one on Queen.
Unlike most guards, Hayes operates a lot inside, makes her difficult to track.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one falls for her. The Lynx making a switch here. He's perfect from the line this time. And here's Queen. For 3. Burton with the rebound.
Well, maybe she thinks she can shoot her way out of this cold spell, but I don't think that's the case. Someone tell her it's time to give up the 3.
To the inside. Here's Fagbenle.
Alana Smith with the defensive effort.
The Lynx with the lead. Pass to Williams. Here's Queen. She's guarded by Hayes. Here's Queen. Drops one in from the wing.
More of a scoring guard than a point guard. Williams is still a good passer. Nice to see her share the wealth.
Now Burton. To the paint. The 10-footer. Fagbenle can't hit. Pass to McBride. Now here is Queen. That falls. Great assist by Kayla McBride.
3 triples in the first half, 3 in the second. They sure add up.
It's Burton. And they've been struggling here offensively.
Bit of a dry spell for sure.
Picked by Fagbenle. And out of bounds, the Lynx will take it.
Jessica Shepard. Natisha Heinemann.
They have a really solid lead at this point.
Definitely on the other side, really not much resistance put up.
Smith outside. Collier. Screen by Smith. Lets the 3 fly. And it's Collier missing. And so it's Golden State with it. Pass to Hayes. Burton. Back to Hayes. Inside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Kicks it out to Collier. Minnesota gets it back. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
A A good board there, but overall, they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
And they've just got to find a way to get back into this game. That's as good a place as any.
Just increase the effort on the boards.
Now a timeout called by Golden State. That's tipped, and that'll be Golden State's ball as it goes out of bounds. Valkyries able to keep possession. And here's Burton.
Down low. Here's Fabinley. They can't stop the run with that one.
Now Heidemann. Shepard with it. Pass to Queen. Now here's Smith. She's guarded by Billings.
Clock at 4. And it's rejected. To the middle. Hayes. And she floats it in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
Oh, man, she is so good at making those lead passes.
And they can take their time on this possession.
It wouldn't be a bad idea. Give themselves a little bit of a break.
Pass to Collier.
Not going to go that time.
You know, she's disappeared this quarter, not making a mark at all with her offense.
And you know she'll be happy to get this period over and done with and just start fresh.
Here's Fabinley. And she was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws for her.
At the market for the Valkyries, Fabinley. 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. That one is no good.
Not as productive of a trip to the line as she'd have liked. They really need all their free throws to go down at this point.
Collier right side. Shot clock at 6.
Pass to Shepard. Queen.
Gets it to go from downtown.
And they're getting that lead way up there right now. It should be easy for them the rest of the way.
Yeah, and at this late stage of a game, a lead like that has a team feeling awfully good.
And the other one's bad.
Fabinley can't hit.
This has been a rough second half for her shooting the ball. She should probably adopt a pass-first mentality at this point.
Now here is Queen. They get it back. Smith
It's in and good for her 6th field goal in 10 attempts.
Time to turn out the lights on this game.
Oh, I think the lights are out. Give them a ton of credit for the job they did here today.
Just so businesslike, so calm, such a dominant performance.
And 5-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Left block shot on the way, and she can't bank that one in. So we see the Lynx taking the W here. They poured it on tonight. A dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
This game really a defining game for what they can do when they're playing at their best. Being here at home helps, but the execution anywhere was terrific.
And that's a wrap, everyone.